What's up, everybody? HTG Brian here, back with some more LEGO Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga. This is Level 8, Droid Factory Frenzy Free Play. We're going to get all 6 of those Kyber bricks, including that true Jedi stud status, all 5 mini-kits, and of course, them 3 challenges. This is one of those, I guess, sort of rare at this point videos that I have not gotten a mini-kit or a challenge in the story, and they're all going to be available and shown here. In fact, I didn't get the True Jedi either. We only got the 1 Kyber brick for completing the story. Now, if you are in a hurry or want to jump through or re-jump through the videos, we have quick links down below in the video descriptions, and I highly recommend using them. Meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and target our level here, which is going to be part of Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. You can see we're over halfway done with it. This will be about the halfway point level with Droid Factory Frenzy, a couple of zeros. We're going to choose free play and jump right in. Now, all cutscenes and non-essential gameplay has been removed, so we jump right into the getting and the goods. But as per usual, we got some story stuff. We got to forward progress to get to them mini kits and challenges. We're going to start off by taking out the baddies. There's a couple floating on the left and on the right. And as you take them down, more show up to get down. We'll go ahead and remove all the baddies. And once they are irradiated, we can go ahead and toggle over to our other set of characters, which are going to help us solve this quick little puzzle here. So deplete our dim meters, and it should queue us and throw us over to the other side. Woo to the hoo. All right, 3PO and R2, let's get down. We're going to go ahead and smash this. I guess it's some sort of like a floating crate there. We'll go ahead and build it up into a bridge and walk the plank to get across. Now, once we're over there, we got another one of these like little cargo things. We're going to smash it and build it. And look at that, it reveals an R2 panel. We'll go ahead and toggle over to him and solve the puzzle from the inside out. And let's see here, see if I can nail this first try. Ooh, didn't even go the long way. Nailed it. All right, so we'll go ahead and solve that. Toggle back over to your other characters. We're going to need to use the Force to go ahead and lift up this left tank. Push it over to the right, charge it up, or pump it up, as we like to say, and then slap it back into place. This will open up the door to our left here, which then we can go ahead and drop it like it's hot and get on that conveyor belt. Now, I do want to say that this is one of the first levels that we actually had to sort of try to get the Jedi requirement. Although we still had a little bit of freedom at the end, it was a little bit of an effort to get there. As soon as you drop down onto the conveyor belt, you're going to want to double jump up onto the first press that's trying to squish you, and double jump off of it to grab the collectible, which happens to be Minikit number 1. Same rule applies on the far end press. You're going to double jump up onto it, this time grapple up onto some hooks, and look at this, zip line all the way down until that challenge rings off. This is going to be for finding a shortcut over the conveyor belt, which is challenge 3 on the game list, but challenge 1 for our video, because it's the first one we find. Before advancing, we're going to want to turn around and switch to a bounty hunter character. Now, in our preparing for free play video, we actually chose Django as our bounty hunter of choice. Not required, but he does have that jetpack that helps us get through things. However, the level loaded us in with a different bounty hunter. Boosh? Oh, man, I'm going to catch it in the comments for that one. Boosh? Regardless, you're going to use a bounty hunter character to melt that gold bricks. Go ahead and climb up the ladder and collect that mini kit number 2. Woo-hoo! All right, back down the conveyor belt we go. So it turns out we didn't find a shortcut over the top after all. We did, but we sort of didn't utilize it like the game intended us to. And as we get to the end of the belt, we realize this buddy here is going to flip a switch and take away our power, which was our way to get up top. Toggle back over to the Go ahead and make our way back across the old plank bridge that we created earlier. And make our way, or keep on with the keeping on, down the bridge. Now, before you do, I'm going to recommend you toggle to a character with a blaster. Because as soon as we drop down into this conveyor belt, we're going to need to blast a target. And because the conveyor belt is moving, it sort of makes it difficult to do both down here. Now, you probably can do it. I got faith in you. But a mini kit's going to show up. It's going to present itself with the target. take it out and pick up that Minikit. Woo to the hoo! All right, we're about to swoop up one more Minikit. Before we take a little bit of a break and recommend the quick links down below, there's a little bit of a gap between our collectibles, but we'll jump around these force field walls, yeet ourselves across another conveyor belt here, and this is probably the easiest Minikit of the level. Take note of the old bot here drawing, and aw, so beautiful. We'll go ahead and smash it, and build it, and collect it for the 4th Minikit. Now, we do have one more coming up, but it's quite a ways down the way, so if you're in a hurry, or maybe you just want to see where it is, click that quick link down below in the video description, as Thumbie's going to... Oh, there it is. Look at that. Good timing. All right, studdage-wise, as you might have noticed, we're a little bit low on studs at this point of the level. One of the final challenges is time-based, and once you complete it, it actually ends the level. So it's going to be important to make sure that you have enough studs before you get to the end. Now, you're probably wondering, why didn't you just use your bounty hunter to melt that gold, Brian? Well, to be honest with you, I was noticing how low we were on studs, and I thought maybe by completing that droid puzzle, we were going to be rewarded with some studs. Not the case at all. That was a little creepy seeing 3PO's eyes just floating there for a second. You see that weird sort of draw issue there? It was like seeing through his head, but not quite. All right, we got a R2 puzzle. We'll go ahead and step up and solve it from the inside out. It'll actually jumpstart this little spider, which is going to zap this big terminal or coil on our left. And, you know, for what it's worth, why couldn't we just flip that switch back up? Buddy flipped it down earlier. Did he break it or something? Man, what a minion. Anyways, we've got the power back over here. So we'll go ahead and jump up on the handhelds, make our way all the way to the top. Then we're going to need the help of a Jedi. Well, a laser saber anyways. So we're going to go ahead and, it just so happens we have Ben Solo in line. So we'll grab him, attached to the wall. Now, I was doing an experiment here. I've always suggested you just do the smallest drawing or carving as possible, right? But I wondered, if you did like more, would you get more studs? And I don't know if I really determined yes or no on this, but it didn't seem that way. In fact, I don't think we get hardly any. Let's see, do we get any at all? No, we don't even get any. So yeah, it doesn't matter the size. Just make it small and easy to get through it as quickly as possible. And then we're going to go ahead and build up the bricks left behind into a terminal, which is going to require us to have somebody friendly. So we're going to toggle over to Padme and follow the old prompts on screen here. We've got left, up, and in fact, it's going to be different for you. Down. I'm sure. I can't imagine you're going to have the same sequence. Now, maybe you did. If you did, comment down below. Let us know. Pixar, it didn't happen though, bro. Pixar, it didn't happen. All right, once that sequence is completed, it's going to deplete these laser barriers and allow our buddies down below to go ahead and keep on with the keeping on. But first, we got to go over to the left, and we're going to actually take on a challenge here. I'm going to recommend you toggle over to a Jedi, right? You're going to need a Jedi. Well, I guess you could use a Dark Force as well. But basically what we need is we need the ability to use the Force to perform some mind tricks. This one I struggle with a little bit, to be honest with you guys. So far, with the mind tricks, we've seen sort of a halo or a cloud floating above their heads. And I don't know what's going on with the camera right here. Talk about a funny angle. But essentially, you have to walk up and press triangle on the PlayStation. So likely Y on the Xbox. And for the Switch, let me get my Switch control. It would be X. So once you get the prompt up, you're going to want to choose Influence. Simply walk over to another bad guy and take him out. Give him the old cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Tap triangle to return back to Ben, and then we're out of there. We got the challenge complete. So, again, it was more of the functionality. Like, I knew what I needed to do, but I couldn't figure out how to pull that up. So, again, press and hold triangle on PlayStation, Y on Xbox, or X on the Switch, and that should get her done. Now, if you notice here, I'm taking out the bad guys, and I'm also taking out these barriers and then building them up. Why am I doing that? Well, you might notice you get rewarded with studs every single time. So if you're low on studs, this would be a decent way to get it, because there's not a ton floating around in this level. However, there are some smashable items, and you know what my motto is: when in doubt, smash about. So we're getting pretty close. In fact, I think we're only a couple, what, 12,000 away? And we'll get there in just a second. We smash down, and then we're going to rebuild not one, but two handles here. And as soon as we do that, we're going to turn around and focus on the final mini kit, which actually gave me some problems due to the characters that were out on screen. So I'll show you what I mean in a second. We're going to go ahead and use our character. We actually need a character that can throw a thermal detonator. So I'm going to toggle over to, let's see here, who do I choose? It's the Incinerator Stormtrooper. Any of the Stormtroopers should get her done. Yeet one out, destroy it, and then you need a grappler. And this is where things go bad for me. I toggle back to R2, or try to select R2, because he's my grappler that's available, and it took me way back over there. Now, to be honest with you, I fell off the elevator a couple times, or conveyor, and it was just a bad sequence, so I just went ahead and edited that out. So, Brian was bad at game for a minute, and y'all didn't need to see it. But I figured I'd tell you about it. So we collected that mini kit by using the grapple, and now we are officially ready to pull both of these handles down. Once we do this, it should cue the next sequence where we got to go rescue old Padme. And there she is. And we're going to go ahead and, that's right, I know I said all non-essential gameplay and cutscenes have been removed, but this is pretty essential. She's being captured. And it's going to zap us all the way back over here. You can see things are not going to go well for us if we don't act fast. And we need to get to that terminal right there. And my best advice is, as soon as you can, toggle over to either R2 or maybe BB-8 or somebody that can get their grapple on and solve one of those puzzles at the end. In my first run, because I did fail the first run, I actually had BB-8 out on screen, which is why I mentioned him. So it's possible you may too. Now, if you get out there and jump across, you should get the challenge. Look, I haven't even solved the terminal yet, but this terminal will take you away. So if you do not have True Jedi yet, you might have a chance to backtrack a little bit and get the last few studs, but maybe not. Solve the puzzle, and guess what? We are out of there. That's right. Again, all cutscenes have been removed, and we're going to land on Hoth. That's right. I mentioned that Hoth was our Hubba Bubba, and that's kind of funny. Now, in the past, we've often referred to the free roam areas as the hub, or in some cases, hubs, but then some games added hubs, and that got confusing, so we quit calling them Hubba Bubbas, but I'm glad I got a laugh out of one of you. Hubba Bubba's a gum, a brand of gum, at least it used to be. I don't know if they're around anymore, but anyways, fun stuff. All right, we got that True Jedi status of 80K, but not by much. We got all three of those challenges. Now, again, ours were found in a little different order than they're displayed in-game, but that's okay, which is why we label the challenges with the names. Now, some of you have asked, why don't you name the mini kits, Brian? Well, we might at some point come back and do that, but at this point, it seems like these kits are easily found, and really, if you follow along with the video and collect the mini kit, you should be able to figure out which one you're missing or whatever the case may be. So, no ships or anything rewarded because it's free play. And on that note, guys, that is going to do it for Level 8 Droid Factory Frenzy free play. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to click that like button. Drop a comment, too, if you're really feeling happy and grateful. As far as me, social media, HappyThumbsGaming.com. As always, until next time.